Good morning, right on time. It's 10:10 a.m. And I decided that's when the show should start because I'm always late. And actually, no, today I was not late.
You were late.
I'm not really.
You were late.
Technically, I was late, but technically, I was like earlier than I usually am. But good morning. I am spring like the season. Don't I sound thrilled?
Yeah, I think we all
I'm here with
thrilled.
Sassy Siobhan and Basic Brian. And I'm tired.
Likewise.
But it's a beautiful day outside, considering that it was like Noah's Ark last night. What was that?
And yesterday morning.
Yeah, yesterday
there was
morning.
a monsoon when I was walking to class.
Yeah,
was
yesterday
up with that?
morning, I don't think I've ever given up more than then. My clothes became one with the rain.
It was
and
crazy.
my soul was destroyed.
Me and my roommate Haley were walking, and like it was already like pouring, and then we were walking, you could feel the wind coming, so it was huge wind. So then it'd go from this with our umbrella to this just to fend it off.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We got into class, we both had leggings on, we were soaked. Like I felt like a wet dog.
Yeah. I think what made it worse is I stepped in a puddle and my socks got soaked.
Oh god, that's the worst feeling ever.
So I had to sit through 3 hours of Kelso with wet socks.
Ew. That's and I know that when you picked up your foot, you felt the.
Yeah.
I can hear me make it like a.
I think like going from one class to another, like I had art class right after, I stepped in another puddle and I almost stopped and cried because my socks were finally dry. And I'm like, no, I can't deal with wet socks again.
No, I just heard it last night because I was watching TV and I knew it was raining because when I got home around 12, it wasn't raining when I got home. Then all of a sudden, it was just like, and you just hear all this crazy thunder and lightning. And I'm like, what is happening? So I thought today was going to be the same, but today happened
it's supposed to be
pretty
raining
beautiful.
today.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain later.
Thanks,
Can we talk
Debbie
about the
Downer.
fog?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that fog was great. Oh, really? Okay, really quick. For those of you who don't know, yesterday was 420. It turns out a lot of adults don't know what 420 means, which I think is a lie. I think they're covering up.
Yeah.
Because my dad had no idea. But for those of you who don't know, which you should, 420 is National Weed Day, whatever. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
All right.
It is a holiday.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to say it as like marijuana or whatever. So either way, I saw a meme that said that God was participating, that wasn't fog. What you think that is? And I'm like, I am
gosh.
dead. Only potheads would think of that. But sorry, continue with yours with the fog.
No, it was just really foggy, and it looked like you were in a horror story when you were
Yeah.
walking out there. I got out of work last night around like 10ish or whatever, and as I was walking, I literally thought I was like in a horror movie. Like, who's gonna kill me now?
I was
and I
walking
couldn't see
outside.
behind or in front of me.
I was walking outside and I couldn't even see the Empire State Building. It was like it didn't exist. That's how thick that fog was.
Yeah.
You know how scary that is? That you can't see one of the brightest buildings in New York? It's scary. How'd you guys celebrate 420? I'm kidding. Don't answer.
I didn't even know it was yesterday. I didn't even know what the date was.
The only reason why I knew is because one of my coworkers, he's a partaker and he loves this day. This is like his national holiday. It's probably his second birthday. And he posted a snap like at midnight that night of his friends. Now, what is the worst thing you could possibly roll marijuana in? The worst thing you could think of.
Toilet paper.
Okay. Like, he could probably be eternally damned for this.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
the Bible.
The Bible. He used the Bible. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He's like, I didn't know. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't know? He was just like,
So
my
he ripped
boy.
out the Bible?
Okay, what happened was, according to him, they were looking for papers to do this. And his friend said, I got it. I'll be right back. He leaves, comes back with a whole bunch of little papers. So he's like, all right, cool. He went and got papers. So he said he's about to do the whole process of whatever you do with marijuana. And he said he was looking at the papers. He was like, what is this? This looks kind of strange. And then all he saw was Psalms 33 or something like that. He was like, bro, did you rip these out of the Bible? And he was just like, yeah, man, I didn't have anything else. And he was like, all right, cool then. And then he just did it anyway. I was like, okay.
Did they go and see Jesus?
Take me to church. Okay. But that's how he spent his 420 in the morning, and I was just like, that's you. I can't wait for, like, this is how I picture it. He gets, like, you know, whatever, he's about to go into the pearly gates, and you ever seen that 70s show when, like, they're trying to get into heaven, and they let Donna's family go in, but not them, and they're like, he's probably gonna be like, whoa, you remember what you did, 420 of 2015? Yeah, Get back to the line.
Oh my god.
Goodbye, sir. And then in addition, my dad, I'm in the car yesterday. My dad needs a show, because it should be called Morning Conversations, because all he does is talk, and it's only him talking. So he's, of course, talking, and he goes, spring? I said, yes. He was like, what day is it? And I was like, it's Monday, why? And he was just like, no, but do you know what today is? And I said, yeah, it's 420. And he's like, well, what is that? I'm like, it's a national holiday for weed, Dad. And he's like, well, why do you know that? And I'm like, well, because I'm 21 years old, and I'm not in a closet. Like, I know what day it is. I have other friends. And he was just like, you know what your brother told me? And I said, what did my brother tell you? He said, today's National Weed Day. You should try it.
Oh my god.
And my dad said all he did was stare at him. And he said he kept his face so serious, but my dad was about to pee himself telling me this story. That my brother said, you should really try it. You'll probably like it. And my dad was like, I am 54 years old. I am not going to try pot now. Said it so seriously. So that was the 420 I had.
I was angry yesterday. My
Why?
roommate finished all the milk and didn't tell me.
I thought you were going to say something else, and I'm like, Brian, you cannot admit to such things on air.
But he said he was angry. You're not.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be angry if you do pot.
You don't know.
That's true.
But-
I don't know, so.
And he told me, like, oh, yeah, I made coffee. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to make some water for tea. He's like, yeah, cool. And he knows the milk is empty. He didn't tell me.
Ooh.
That's
So now
messed
after
up.
the show, I need to go get more.
I have a question for you. Have you ever had cereal with water?
Ew,
No.
no.
My cousin had done that one time because he was that desperate for milk, and he just put water in it, and it was the nastiest thing I've ever seen. He ate it. He really ate it. It was gross.
That's
Full-blown disgusting. Yeah.
Keep those things to yourself.
I know my brother once messed up and put salt in the cereal instead of sugar.
Oh, that's awful.
And then my mom's like, no, it can't be. Like, she wouldn't believe him when he's like, no, Mom, I think this is salt. She's like, no, it's not. She takes a bite. Yeah, it's salt.
Oh my god. This is Liam, right?
Yep.
What a trip.
Us Walshes, you know us.
Us Walshes. All right, so last weird occurrence that's happened to me within the past week. So Friday, was it Friday? Yeah, it has to be. Today's Tuesday. Friday, taking the bus home. I take the what's it called? The express bus to my house. And there's a lot of seats. Like, there's a lot of seats open. So I'm like, usually I put my bag to the side so no one can sit next to me. But then I saw it began to fill up. So I was like, you know what? Let me not be mean. Let me just pick up my bag and we put it, like, on my lap. Let me be courteous for today. Of course, when I do this, the one time I do this, I get this man. And he's a very creepy man. Comes and sits next to me. And I'm like, okay, fine. And all I hear is, like, he opens something. So I'm thinking it's like a can of Pepsi. And I'm like, what is that? I'm like, that doesn't smell. He pulls out a Bud Light with a straw and he just drinks it the whole time.
Straw?
Staring in my direction. And I was so scared.
He's probably like, why is she looking at me?
I wasn't looking at
Yeah,
him.
I'm sure.
I was averting my eyes.
Yet you know that he has a straw in his Bud Light. I'd be the same way. I'd be like, why is she looking at me? She's just jealous because she doesn't have a Bud Light.
He was creepy.
And I'm sophisticated because I have a straw.
Was it like one of
was
those like
creepy.
kid straws that are like twirly and all that?
What?
I think that's the only way I could respect a guy from doing that.
Actually, no, it was just like
public.
a regular straw. He didn't have a bag over it. It was just straight up Bud Light Platinum drinking
Good for
it.
him.
And I was just like, why are you keep staring this way?
Because you were staring at him.
I was not.
He was playing the
staring at
stare
him.
game. He was like, oh, she's going to stare at me too?
Yeah.
Let's see if she can withstand this stare.
I actually do
What?
know the stare game. Like
do
when
that all the time.
Like when you're sitting on the train and you accidentally lock eyes with that person, so you look down immediately, then you look up to see if they're still
and they're
looking, and
staring.
they're still-
It makes me uncomfortable because then it's just like, okay, now I have to start moving my eyes because
And then you always get that one creepy guy that he thinks it's okay to start staring at you, being inappropriate, and you're like, God, why? It's only 7:30 in the morning. Please leave me alone. But enough with our random news so far about our personal sad lives.
Brian, it's your turn.
Brian's gonna
Oh.
take a break because I don't want to
I
start
am.
the news off creepy people on the train.
Fine.
Sure.
So we're gonna take
I
a
guess.
quick break. All right.
I mean, you're kind of ruining the best segue into my story about creepy
Oh.
guys. No, I'm just kidding. There's no creepy guys on trains story I found.
All right. I'm taking a break.
Bye, everyone.
I think I'm gonna find that now.